time we move in Pilates, we're training very purposefully. One of them is breathing. So you inhale fully and exhale fully. I kind of like exhaling through the mouth. Oh, yay. Was that puppy?
Yes.
Yay, Bijou.
Our workout partner.
Oh, yay. Oh, I love that. That makes me very happy. Oh, yay. Oh, this is exciting. That's so sweet. Oh, this makes me so happy. Hopefully they will find you guys working out a little bit. Hi, pups. That makes my day. I just love this. Oh, yay, puppy. Can I take a screenshot? Do you guys mind if I take a screenshot with your puppies here?
Sure.
Where's your puppy? Come on, puppy. Hello. Yay. Hi. Oops. I don't think, oh, it went. I went too late. Okay. Hi. Yay. They're so cute, you guys. One more. Yes. Making my day. I had a private training client, actually a couple, the day before yesterday, and they have a multi-poo. And the little thing just sat there and stared at me the whole time. It was so cute. It was just watching so intently. And every now and then I'd come and make sure everybody was okay. That's just my favorite thing. So the 5 principles are breathing, precision, concentration, flowing motion, and there's one more. Breathing, concentration, precision. I said precision. Precision, breathing, flowing motion, concentration, and centering. Oh my goodness, centering, very important. So your center in classical Pilates is below your belly button. It's where your pelvis is. And we're just challenging our center of gravity. Cute little puppy rear. Cute puppy. And I'll talk you through it, so don't worry too much. I just wanted you to know that there are certain elements of things that we practice with, and it helps us move better. It helps us give more control of our body and releases muscles in ways that make it even easier to do the work. And it's progressive, and you'll be going from one thing to the next with this little bit of flow to it. So the exercise transitions are part of it, and I'll cue you through all of that. In the end, I want you to feel like you really truly stretched and were challenged in your mind, body, and your emotions and spirit and all that kind of thing. Because that's why it's called mind, body, spirit, because you're paying attention, you're bringing your mind, and you're really caring about what you're doing in a sense while you enjoy. But most of all, have fun. Got to have fun. And moving is fun. To me, moving better is really fun. That's what motivates me. I want to move better. And when I practice Pilates, the exercises, the Pilates exercises, which you'll be learning, with those principles that I told you about, I change each and every time I practice. And I'm not kidding, 20-something years. And still, every time I practice with the principles, my body learned a little something new where it could go in space, hold itself upright, get a little bit further, a little bit more distance, find a little placement. And it's just really, it's the workout that just keeps on giving. And I'll try to lead you through it, and hopefully it'll be fun for you. So in true classical Pilates, there's no music, but we have a contemporary style because we're contemporary people, you know. And so this music happens to have a beat that works very well for Pilates because there's certain timing on it. Hi, Catherine. There's certain timings on things that we do. Feel free to turn your camera on if you want, Catherine. I'd love to see you, but if not, that's okay too. If you have your puppy in tow, bring them aboard. So it's a journey, and it's really, really exciting. Because everything you learn in Pilates, you can use in everything else that you do in life, movement-wise, and sport. It's a training technique to condition your body really, really well. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. A lot of core stuff too, super core, because everything's about your center. There's a lot of core going on. So now stop if you have pain in joints and ligaments, but keep going if you have pain in muscles, unless it's a tearing pain, then you stop. Okay, so don't let it fool you. If it hurts a little bit and it burns, that's okay. You can hang in there with that. It'll pay off later on. So we have another 30 seconds before we start in earnest. I'm going to put my air on. Get my fan on because I know I'm going to be warming up really soon. Okay, so we have another 5 seconds and then we're on. Hello, welcome to some classical Pilates. And I'm Sonja, and all you really need is something. Make sure you have beverage. Very important that you have some hydration with you if you can, because it helps the muscles to move and flow better. And we have a lot of flow in the muscles and the fascial structure in Pilates. And all else you might need, you might want to have a towel that's folded up to give you a little support for doing some of the work. So a nice, like a beach towel is great. So, or you can have any towel, but something like this. If you have a small ball, that works as well. Okay. So give you a second to go and grab your towel and your water. Okay. So we're going to start with the breathing principle. So we're going to let our rib cage expand to the sides and back. So you can put your hands on your ribs here. And when you inhale, I want you to feel your ribs open up. And when you exhale, I want you to draw in and out from the center of your body and let your shoulders melt down your back. We'll do 3 more breaths like that. Inhale, ribs. Exhale, scoop from the low belly, in and up. Let your shoulders melt. And again. And you want to fully exhale. That's the main goal in the Pilates breath, is getting the air out, because the in will just come if you empty it out. And last one. Melt those shoulders down your back. Good. So next we're going to sit on the mat. We're going to just work on the concept of where your center is. So our center, if we measure from our foot to our head, is halfway between our body, which is 1.5 inches to 2 below your belly button. So I want you to identify that spot, 2 inches below your belly button. Pull that in and then draw up at the same time. So it's called a scoop, in and up. So I don't scoop backwards and collapse. I go in and lengthen my spine. From there, I let my spine lengthen nice and long. And if you think about your spine as being a slinky with lots of space in between, all the way down to here, we're trying to get a lot of space in our slinky. We don't want to compress one end of the slinky more than the other, or the front more than the back, or the sides. We want to keep it all really open. Expand, pulling in and out. We do 3 more like that, mobilizing our spine, drawing in into, this is called a C curve here, and up. And 2 more, trying to lengthen my spine. And then 1 more. Now hold it here in this C curve and take one hand and begin to pump the arms. Inhale for 5 pumps and exhale deeply for 5 pumps. And see if you can keep the shoulders and body still as you do. Let's change arms. So we're pumping, we're getting our body warmed up. We're going to be laying down doing this in a second. It's called the 100. Because we're going to do 5 pumps inhaling, 5 exhaling, 10 times. Now try taking both out. And can you keep your torso still and engage from your low belly? Good. Now pull yourself up again. Get a nice stretch in your spine. Now we're going to scoop the belly. We're going to lay down onto our back. So just roll all the way down and extend your legs all the way out. Take your fingertips to the ceiling and inhale the arms overhead. Now see if you can exhale the rib cage down. So see if those ribs can become part of your torso through your obliques. Now exhale and lift your head and shoulders. Inhale, go back again. Bring the ribs down and exhale. And the head's coming up with my ribs. That'll help keep my neck from getting tired. And then 1 more time. Now slide the feet in and start to march your feet in space a little bit. And feel the deep low belly. Feel your back evenly imprinting. If your neck ever hurts, put your hand behind your head or lay your head down on the ground. Great, now hold one leg up, pull the belly in and bring the other one up into tabletop. Begin to pump those arms. Inhale for 5 pumps and exhale, drawing in and up for 5 pumps. I'm starting to warm up and getting a long, slinky spine. And I'm going to take my legs up and turn them out a little bit. So my toes are apart, about a fist width apart. And I'm pumping those arms vigorously, pulling in the belly. If your back ever feels tension, bring your legs right back up. Otherwise, start to lower down, and don't let it pull your back. Take those legs long, scooping the belly, getting control. They can come down to where they're hovering over the mat if you want, to scoop the belly in and up. If you feel tension, legs come right back into tabletop. And pump those arms. Good job. We got 4 more. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. I'm emphasizing the breath for you. Focusing on my center. Last time. Legs down. Fingertips overhead. Don't let your ribs arch. They're going to try to pop up. Exhale them back down. That's going to help you do this work. Flex your toes back to you. Fingertips come up. The head comes up like you did 2 seconds ago. Bring those ribs in and roll up. Round over the top like you're coming up over a giant beach ball. And then roll back down. Pelvis, lumbar, thoracic. Now I'm anchoring my belly. I'm not letting my back move here. And again, ribs in. This is called a roll up. Pulling in and up. My spine is lengthening. Making lots of space in that slinky spine. That looks good. Okay, and again. Ribs in, shoulders stay in the torso. The torso of Pilates is called the box. It's everything but your head, arms, and legs. That's your box. Okay, we have one more. Roll back down. Nice, and one more up. Now, remember this shape, because you're going to do that overhead in a second. Okay, so that sense that they're rounded and lifted, the legs are nice and long. We're going to take and put the towel under the tailbone now. We're going to support our pelvis to help us tip over, just to make it a little easier to do this work. And this is where a nice big towel is helpful, because it'll help you tip over more. So I don't want my lumbar spine, I want it tipping me up this way. So I want those knees to help me come up. My arms will be at my side. You can use your arms to help you come overhead if you want to. So take the legs out, inhale, float them over, then open to shoulder width and pull the belly in, reaching the legs long as though they're scraping down the ceiling. Then bring them together, inhale up and over, open to shoulder width, scoop the belly and reach those legs. So what I'm doing here is stretching my legs and articulating my spine, and open and roll back down. Okay, now we're going to change the feet. We're going to start open, up and over. Now, if you can touch down, go ahead and touch down. Squeeze your legs together, scoop and roll. Slide those legs down the ceiling. Open to shoulder width. Inhale up, over. You can move the towel if you want to, but a little bit deeper stretch. Roll, roll, roll. We have one more. Shoulder width, inhale up and over. And if you don't make it over right now, it's okay. It's a learning curve to this. And roll down. Now take on the back of one leg and bring the other one down to the ground. Let's bend both legs. We're going to pre-stretch the legs. Pull your shoulders down. Extend both legs out once and bend. So one leg is on the ground, the other leg goes to the sky. That's it. And one more. Good. Now just the top leg only. We're going to bend and straighten that top leg. Extend. Now what I want to do is lengthen my spine against the reach of the leg. The leg's going out, my spine's going the other way. I've got a super long spine. One more time. Now from here, let's circle the heel and pre-stretch the calf. Feel the stretch all the way to the hands behind the knee. Reverse the circle. And I'm really trying to make my heel go in a true circle. Now point the leg and drop the tailbone down. Now if the leg doesn't straighten all the way, that's okay. Just ask it to straighten. Flex the foot, drop the tailbone down. So I'm making my leg long inside the leg itself. Point and flex. Now relax my foot, arms at my side. We're going to tip-top the leg. Put your fingers on your ribs and on your pelvis. Take the leg across as far as you can without pulling your pelvis out. Come back to the center and out. Don't let your hip bleed. Keep the hip still and up. So we're defining the parameter of our diameter of our circle, what we've got to do. So now I'm going to go out where my pelvis doesn't lift. I'm going to go down, sweep down past my ankle and up and pause. I'm trying to keep my pelvis still and reach. Two more, sweep it around, lift with the breath, and one more. Let's go tick-tock again. So you find that parameter, remember the hip doesn't move, then go across, take it down, around, up, and pause. Trying really hard to keep stable. It requires a lot of core to not let my hip move with me. Last time. Now hold on to the back of that leg and exhale. I want you to exhale through your nose when you can no longer exhale through your mouth, open your mouth, and finish exhaling. Notice the leg releases to you a little bit more with the end range of that exhalation. Then bend both legs, take hold of the back of the other leg, shoulders down the box, extend both legs, one to the ceiling, one out in front of you, and bend. We're going to do this 3 times, and reach. Just a little pre-stretch to help us get position. One more. Bottom leg is anchored on the ground, circle the heel. Make a true circle if you can. Reverse, try to feel it all the way to the top of the calf. Then point the leg, drop the tailbone down, flex, a point, and flex. Release your arms to your side, pull them down. Tick-tock the leg. Pull the belly in to lift the leg. Don't let the pelvis move. You can always put your fingers back on there to make sure, because you won't feel it moving unless you have something to tell it it's moving. Good. Now we're going to take the leg to the outside, take it down and around, sweep it up to the center. Trying to keep my pelvis still. And the bottom leg is anchored on the ground. We do one more. And then back the other way. Across, down. So I just already know how far I can go. Now I can go way out here, but then this part of my circle is going to be short-sighted. So I want the circle to be true. So across here is as big as out here. Now we'll hold on to that leg and practice that breathing. Exhale through the nose. And then open your mouth, finish, and see if your leg doesn't release too at the very end of that exhalation. Really empty your lungs. Then take the foot down. We're going to roll up for rolling like a ball. So it's the same thing we did before. So roll up, scoop the belly, bring the ribs in, and roll it. And next we scoot our feet to our seat. We get in this position. And I want my legs to be about as wide as my head, because eventually your head's going to fit in there. And let's just go ahead and float our shins up. Okay? I'm going to take and roll back to my center and roll back up. So I'm going to look down, scoop and roll, and come back up. I'm trying to keep my knees the same distance from each other and from my head the whole time. It's not that easy. As I come up, I got to chase after my knees with my head. 3 more, trying to get a nice soft round spine. And 1 more. Now hold it here. We're doing our abdominal series. This might get a little tough here, but that's okay. Hang in there. Take one leg in and pull it to your midline. Take the other out and reach it out long. Then change legs. And I'm really helping my leg come into my midline because it doesn't want to be coming straight in. It wants to go out to the side. And I'm bringing it straight in toward my nose. My knees toward my nose. My Achilles tendon, my heel is like lining up with my ischial tuberosi, which is my sits bone. If you've ever heard of those bones at the bottom of your pelvis. Now we're going to breathe. We're going to inhale, then exhale. It's a long breath. Inhale and exhale. If your neck hurts, support it with your hand. Inhale. If your abs hurt, keep going. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Now for those that are new, lay your head back down again. Rock side to side. We'll just give you a little break here. Okay, now hold the tailbone up with your hands. Hold the knees in. Now try to push your tailbone down so you get the stretch in the spine, because that's really what we're after. So the next one is double leg stretch. Lift your head and shoulders. Push up into your shins. Extend the arms to the ears. Reach around and scoop those legs back. Push up into the shins. Reach around and lift. I'm trying to keep my pelvis down here. I'm not lifting my pelvis up. I'm keeping my pelvis down because I want a long spine. And I want to feel like I'm backstroking at a class today. And I said, backstroking through sludge or something. I said, no, something you like. And she said, chocolate. But it has to be really thick chocolate. Because you want to feel your back, your arms engaged into your back. 1 more. And let's let you lay your head down again. Pull your knees back and up. And keep the pelvis down. Next, we have scissors. Legs go straight up. I split my legs, just like scissors. So if I bring that leg really low, that's not scissors anymore. I want the same distance, both legs moving apart if I can. Now lift the head and shoulders and tug once, twice, and change. I'm really paying attention to this leg coming toward me and the other one matching it if I can. Pulse, pulse. Use your breath. Keep the elbows nice and wide. That will help you. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Legs straight up. Head rest back down. Put your hands behind your head and look at your elbows. The next 2 exercises, the elbows are going to remain at your ears, so they're not going to start to fold over your face. We're going to lift our head and shoulders. Now we're going to lower our legs an inch, pull our belly in, and float them back up. Now this is another one. If you feel it pulling your back, then don't go that low. Just go a tiny bit. Really, it's harder at the smaller range because I want to keep my pelvis down. I have to use my low belly to pull my legs back up. Now, if you've been practicing, you can go lower and control it back up. And you can go as low as you can control. It's really hard to pull back up here from your low belly. So be careful not to go too low. You can also use your inner thighs and your gluteals to help you with this. 1 more time. Great. Now bend your knees and turn toward me. Reach your opposite leg out. Keep your elbows wide and lift your ribs. Turn the other way. Elbows wide, lift your ribs. And turn. And turn. Now let's go turn, center, turn, center. Elbows stay super wide. If you need a break, take a break. But if your abs are burning, keep going. Okay, now we're going to pick up the pace for 10 more. No change in our precision though. Elbows are still wide. We're going to go in 3, 2, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, elbows wide. 6, long legs. 5, they should be burning a little. 4, not your ab, not your like giraffes. 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Push your tailbone down and get a nice long spine. Next, we'll roll up. Back now into our spine stretch forward. So this is a foundational exercise for a lot of other things you do in here. So I want you to try to lift from your center and lift your rib cage up off the back of your pelvis. Nice. The arms are out in front. I'm staying tall. My feet are about as wide as my head again. And I scoop my belly and I lengthen through my arms. My goal is to anchor my pelvis and feel the stretch in my spine. Then I come back up like I'm on a wall, stacking back up bone by bone. And I do it again. I scoop and lift my ribs and I lengthen through. Feel my spine stretch. And then back up, pulling in. Now if your back is getting pulled under you because your hamstrings are a little tight, bend the knees so you can sit up tall. Or if you're just getting into this a little bit, go ahead and bend the knees. It doesn't matter. It's not about the legs being straight. It's about them asking to straighten. And then I round through. And up. And one more time, and then it's going to get kind of fun. Because we're going to take our legs and slide them in for our open leg rocker. So with open leg rocker, sometimes you rock back and you don't make it up. That's okay. We're after challenging our center of gravity, pulling ourselves off center and back on center from here. Okay, so we're going to sit tall and float our legs up. Shoulder blades are going to come down into our box. Extend one leg up, keep that shoulder low. That'll be very helpful. Pull that shoulder back and down. Then bend the leg. The other leg goes up, shoulder comes down. Now let's take both legs and pull them up. You might rock back accidentally, it's okay. Take your legs in and out if you can, just to get a little control. Pull your shoulders down again, look at your low belly, rock back, hang on to those legs, and they'll pull you up. Good, scoop and rock back, and if you don't make it up, like I said, it's okay. We all get stuck once in a while, and we just laugh it off, get rocking and rolling, and find our center. It's a challenge, that's why we don't make it up sometimes. And again, 4 more. And I'm not rolling all the way to my head. I'm rolling to my shoulder blades a little bit. And I'm also looking at my low belly. That helps me stay round and helps me come back up. Last time. Hold it, legs together. Hold in a little teaser. Can you hold here? And then roll your upper body down. And the legs will be straight in the air for corkscrew. Okay, arms at your sides. Remember our leg circle? How still our pelvis was? We're doing leg circle with 2 legs. So anchor your legs together from your buttocks a little bit. And take your legs, let's tick-tock them again. So try to keep your pelvis down for now. And tick-tock across. See how far you can get before the pelvis wants to lift. Okay? Now we're going to stop before the pelvis lifts. Take you down and make a little circle to the other side and exhale back up. And then we go the other way. And back and around. Now if your hamstrings are tight, you just use your femurs instead. Asking the legs to straighten, but they don't have to be straight. Take it down and around. Now we're going to try to take it and let the hip lift a little. Down and around. When you get to the top, poke a hole in the ceiling with the feet. Take it the other way. Pelvis lifts a little down and around and poke. Now if you want to, you can do those still with the hip lifting and the poke, or you can do full corkscrew. So we come down, we peel off to the sky, roll back down and around the other way, and over and up, and back and down, and all the way around, and up, and down, and last one. Come right on down the center. Now take your hands to the ceiling, pull in the belly, and sit up for saw. So remember I said this spine stretch forward is foundational? So in saw, we're kind of doing the spine stretch forward to a side, so we're stretching our sides. So our arms are out, we're gonna reach opposite directions, like you're pulling my fingertips. And someone on the other side is pulling my fingertips, like your doggy's pulling the fingers on that, and I'm pulling them on this. Pull your shoulders down your back. Nice, now we rotate. And we keep reaching our arms opposite directions. We turn the back palm up, we pull the belly in, and we round and tear ear toward our knees, saw off our baby toe, rise back up, reach the arms opposite directions, come all the way around, reach the back hands, scoop, and reach, and rise, and around, and down. And I'm C-curving to the side. I'm gaining some flexibility over my spine. And don't worry if it's hard at first, because it takes a little bit of practice understanding you're trying to lengthen over your center of gravity, reaching 2 legs. And then back and around. And up, and one more. And back and around. And then bring it up. Nicely done. So next we're going to get a little bit of work on our backside, which we need desperately in our culture because we just don't do stuff unless we're doing yoga or something where we go the other direction. So we're going to be laying on our bellies, hands next to our head. We're going to do a little swan dive prep. So my feet are wide for this. And first of all, turn your toes under and push your heels back till your thighs lift up. And then relax it down. Push your heels out until your thighs lift up, and you can use your glutes on this. And then bend again. And one more. Push out long, so those legs are super long. Now turn the toes over and keep reaching those legs long. So my toes are down now. My head is forward, shoulders melt down my back, and I rise up with a nice long slinky spine. Then lengthen back out again. My legs are always reaching from my center out and up again. Now turn your head toward the camera. I want you to nod your head and feel the stretch 3 times. Find that stretch. Head forward and lengthen back down. Let's do it again. This time our head will turn the other way first. And nod. 1, 2, 3. Back to the center and down. Now we're going to take our head again. So lengthen the legs, scoop the belly, float up. Turn your head toward the camera. Tilt it down, reach it around, feel the stretch. To the other side and center. Turn your head the other way. Tilt it down, feel the stretch. Drop your shoulder blades, get that nice stretch to the traps. And center, and bring it back down. Now we're going to do it up one more time. This time our hands are going to stay on the ground. Our legs will lift. Hands are staying down. So we push up. Now as I come down, my hands are on the ground, but my legs will lift. And I'm going to rock. Same positioning, shoulders low. My legs are floating up behind me. 4 more. And 1. Press it up. Now we're going to do a Pilates rest position. It's like child's pose, but we're activating our center core. So inhale into your ribs and back. Exhale, scoop the belly and sit back towards your heels. So I'm lifted off of my center here. Like there's a tiny little ball under my low belly. Inhale into your back and side ribs. Exhale, scoop the belly and relax the rest of your body. Then one more time. Scoop and exhale. We'll slide it back out now for another fun one. So the legs are together on this one. It's called single leg kick. So we have our legs together and they're reaching super long. I'm pulling my belly in. Now try to pull yourself forward with your elbows. So you're lengthening your spine. That should feel kind of good to do that. Now we're going to kick once, twice, and reach the leg out long. And change legs. 1, 2, long leg. I'm pulling myself apart, lengthening my spine one way, the leg and the femurs going the other. 1, 2, reach. 1, 2, and reach. Now we're going to change the foot here. We're going to flex and point and flex the foot. Flex, point, flex, reach. Flex, point, flex, reach. Again. First, it's a little awkward doing this, so to get used to this one. Now we'll do the easier one. We're going to point, flex, point. Point, flex, point, long leg. Point, flex, point, and reach. Point, flex, point, long leg. One more. And now we're going to take our head down, turn to the side for double leg kick. You kick 3 times with your legs, but if both are going at the same time, that's why it's called double leg. Now, if you have shoulder problems, arms at your side work great. Don't worry about putting on your back. If you don't, bring your hands up as high as you can in your back and try to relax your elbows down to the ground. Let your shoulder blades open apart to do that. Now pull the belly in, lengthen the legs, and we're going to kick 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then chase after our legs with our arms. Turn your head the other way. 3 kicks. 1, 2, 3, and a reach. And down, and turn. 1, 2, 3, and open. And again. 2 more each side after this. And again. Pull the belly in to support your back. 1 more right here. And reach. Open, open, open. Hands under your shoulders. Up into our rest position again. Inhale, rib cage. Exhale, scoop. 2 more breaths. Calm before the storm. Take advantage of this. 1 more. Now we come back. We sit forward. We're going to do something called neck pull. Now please don't feel stressed by this. This is an intermediate exercise. So if it doesn't feel good for your back, it's okay. Just practice the elements of it. Come up any way you need to protect your back. And just practice leaning back and rolling down. So there are two parts to it in a sense. And first, we're going to take our hands. Remember how we did this? Fold our arms apart and our shoulders down. We do that, but then our hands come behind the head or to the front of the head if you need to, or to your ears. Okay, now I'm going to round forward. Get that little stretch in my spine. I'm going to rise back up again. I'm going to sit back like between two panes of glass until I can't go anymore. I'm going to scoop under and roll down. Immediately, come right back up and neck pull over. Rise on up. Flat back, scoop and roll. Now, use your elbows to come up if you need to, but move them out again if you can. So right where it gets hard, bend the elbows in. It'll help you around your upper back. Even coming up too. Just get them out of the way again right away. Okay? Flat back, and round. One more. Stretch the spine. Nice and tall. Flat back, and roll. Good job. Bring your feet in now. We're going to do a little bit of shoulder bridge, but first we're going to do pelvic tilt to articulate our spine. So pelvic tilt is just a little pulling in the low belly to lift our pelvis up and then rocking it back. So we're just mobilizing our spine. So if you had let's say you had a dinner plate on your lap, right? And you had a grape in the middle of the plate. At one point, the grape would roll between the legs. At the other point, it would roll up into my mouth. So we're just rocking back and forth, mobilizing our spine. My whole spine is moving all the way to my skull because it's all connected, unless I tell it not to be. Okay, now we're going to take and chip the grape off to the side and then to the other side. So we're just going to lift one hip higher than the other just to kind of figure out what our pelvis is doing. Okay, now let's make a circle with the pelvis. So we're going to go down. Grape rolls down to the side, up and over and around. If you had a clock face on that plate, you'd be going all the way from 12 to 6 to 3 to, all the way back down and around to 9, and then reverse the direction. So we're just trying to get some control over the mobility of our pelvis. Now settle in the center. Let's tilt the pelvis up and peel our back up. Pelvis, lumbar, and upper back, not upper back, but thoracic spine, and then scoop the belly. Let's just do some pelvic tilts at the top of this range here. It's probably not the easiest thing to do, but you can find a little bit extra movement here. Now tilt under and roll back down. Scoop and float it up, peel off. Scoop and roll back down. Find every single muscle in the spine, every single multifidi in there, lots of them, that'll help you mobilize. Now let's take our feet a little bit closer together, and we're going to scoop and roll up again. Now this time we're just going to take one leg off the ground and see if we can keep our pelvis from dropping and change legs. So keep that pelvis in line with your shoulder and the knee. Okay, and then pull in and roll back down. Next for shoulder bridge. So bring your feet together. Shoulders are reaching down. Open the chest. Lift your hips straight up. So we're just popping them right up there. Take one leg out. Let's do another couple of marching in place, keeping the hips up. Now hold one leg to tabletop and point to the ceiling. Poke a hole in the ceiling to try to get the hips to lift a little higher. Then bring it down and roll back down. Lift the hips straight up. Hold the tabletop, point to the ceiling, poke. 2, 3, in and down and roll down. So next we're going to take our leg to the knee and up, to the ankle, the calf and up, and then to the ankle and up and all the way down and slide it in. So we're going to float the hips straight up. Ooh. Take the leg to tabletop, point to the ceiling. Take it to the knee, back to the ceiling, lifting the hips, then to the calf, to the ceiling, to the ankle, to the ceiling, all the way down. Slide it in and lower back down. And again, float those hips straight up. Bring the knee to tabletop, sky. Knee, ceiling, calf, ceiling, ankle, ceiling, all the way down. Slide it in. Did your hips stay up? Roll back down. All right, now you can do any of those, or you can take it to another challenge, which is to put the hands under the pelvis. So I'm going to lift my pelvis, put my hands under, make sure I'm not on my neck, but on my shoulder blades. And again, you can just do the other one. You don't have to do this one. Now I'm going to take my leg up to tabletop, point to the sky. Knee, calf, ankle, all the way down, slide it in, other leg. Point, reach, mid-calf, ankle, all the way down, slide it in, release the hands, Scoop the belly and roll back down. Lovely. Next, we roll up again, and we do spine twists, which is really challenging. So I'm going to try to keep my feet anchored and my pelvis anchored. My arms, again, reaching opposite directions with my shoulders down. I'm going to turn 1, 2, 3, and forward. Turn, and again. Exhale. Inhale across, exhale. And again, twisting my spine. Trying to keep my legs still. Trying to keep it centered. Up, 2, 3, and again. One more. Bump, bump, bump. And last time. 2, 2, and relax. Now we get to lie on our side for our leg kick series. So we're in a side kick series. So we're going to lay on our side. And we're going to try to make our legs really long and lengthen both directions. Take the legs to the front of the mat here. Okay, lift your head. Take your leg and kick forward once, twice, and back once, twice. Kick, kick. It's more of a reach than a kick. I'm lengthening my spine away from my leg. One more. Now both legs together, point and flex it down. We're going to do 3 of these. Trying to get my leg to be longer over my heel. Now let's go the other way. Let's slide the leg in. And then extend to the ceiling, and then bring it down. Slide it in, ceiling, and down. Good, chasse, and one more. Now we'll go up, fold it in, slide it out. 2. One more. Now let's circle the top leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your torso real still. Let's reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend your knee. Pull your pelvis under. Stretch. If you can't reach it, just pull your pants. Take the leg forward, extend to the front, sweep it around behind, and pull it behind. We'll do 3 of these icicle movements. Then we'll hold onto the leg again and pull the pelvis under. Take the knee behind and keep the femur here as you extend behind. Bring it forward, bend it in, and reach. And one more. Great. Now take the leg and reach to the ceiling and pull it underneath you and straighten your spine and take the leg in line with the rest of your spine. Float the leg up and lower it down. And up, lift. The leg is flush to the ceiling and up. Now take it behind you, down and around the circle and around. Now don't worry if some of these things are a little confusing at first because they're the same exercises. There's certain ones in the repertoire that you do again and again, up and around. Sometimes the order changes, but it's always going to be the same principles working. You take both legs down, go into a straight line, make your feet flush, take the top one up, match with the bottom, and bring it down so you have space under your waist. Up, together, down. Don't collapse the space. One more. Both legs up together and down. Up, lengthen your spine and down. One more. Beautiful job. Now roll to your belly. We're going to do the transition called boots on the belly. Head is resting on your hands. Pull the belly in and reach the legs up. Open and close them, beating them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower it down. Sweep and lift. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. And down. One more. We're going to crisscross at the ankle. Pull the belly in and up and crisscross. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it together. Lower it down. Come up to your hip. Spin around to the other side. And we're going to take it over on this side. So laying down all the way. Line your body up like it's standing up straight off the ground. Lots of space under the waist. Take your legs forward. If you want to lift your head, you may, but make sure the slinky is long. Take the top leg kick once and back behind. 1, 2, reach behind. Trying to keep my pelvis pretty stable. 2 more. And can be up here if you want to track just a little bit more stability. Both legs together, reach the top one up and flex it down. I want you to pretend like you're painting something off in the distance with your foot. Your foot's a paintbrush, because that'll just keep your leg reaching out super long. Always doing that, flights, always reaching super long. Good, one more. Let's circle the top leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your torso real still. Reverse. If you like my match. Nice. Take the leg up, fold it in, slide it out. Up, in, and reach. Inner thighs. One more. Both inner thighs. Now go the other way. In and up and down. In and up and down. And one more. Take the leg behind you. Pull the pelvis under. Take it forward, extend to the front. Sweep it behind, bend behind to the front. And around and bend. One more. Now hug that leg in, pull the pelvis under. Take the leg behind you, reach to the front, fold it in. Reach. One more. Both legs together, leg to the ceiling, grab behind it if you can. Pull your shoulder down into your box. Take your leg in a straight line and lift and lower. Up and down. Scoop the belly to help your spine get longer. Hold it up now. Take it behind you, down and around and up. Make a real circle. Let's reverse. Fight for the length of the leg. It's all about flexibility, stretching, lengthening. Now take both legs together. Oops. Oh, hold on, guys, sorry. I lost you. There we go. You're back. Okay. All right, now we're going to take it in a straight line here. We're going to take the top leg up and bring the bottom one to meet it without collapsing our side and bring it down. Top one, bottom, and reach. Top, bottom, reach. Now both together. Lift and lower. Try to keep that space underneath the waist. You can always put your hand there to see if you continue keeping that space going. One more. Excellent. Turn over onto your back. We're going to do a little teaser. Teaser's not easy, but you guys are already doing all the hard stuff. So what we're going to do, teaser is basically a roll up with one leg in the air. Okay? We've already done roll up a whole mess of times today. Arms up, ribs in, roll up. You can push your leg down to help you and change legs and roll back out. And we're going to roll up again. You can reach that leg away. It'll help both legs up, upper body down, and up, and down. One more. Now hold it here. Lower your legs and lift your legs. About right now, the dogs would come rushing in to say, you guys okay? And then everything down together. Now we're going to bring both sides up together. We're going to try doing this 3 times. It's called teaser 3. Ribs in, roll up, roll down. Timing my head and my heels to laugh at the same time. And one more. Arms up, take your arms behind, bring your feet to the ground. We're going to do a little bit of can-can. Take your knees over to the side and don't let any light go between them. Take it to the other side. Glue your knees together and then extend out and in. That's right. Tilt, 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 lift and in. 1, 2, 3, can. 2, 2, do, out, in. One more and out and in. Now we'll roll to our belly for a little swimming. If you have shoulder problems, arms at your side, otherwise arms overhead. Legs reaching out long, arms reaching out long. Reach those legs. Lift one arm and leg as far apart as you can and bring it down. Then stretch yourself apart here. Take both sides up and begin to paddle. Inhale and exhale. Lift your upper body if you can. Reach your legs out long. Arms can be at your sides as well. And 2 more. And relax. Hands under your shoulders. Press it up. We're going to do a little bit of a Pilates push-up. Okay, just a little practice push-up. So my hands are slightly in front of my shoulders. I'm going to bring my hips between my arms so I'm in a plank position. Pulling my belly in, my ribs are in. I'm going to lower myself to the mat and push away. My elbows are close to my sides. It's going to be a tricep push-up. Push away. Now you don't have to go all the way down and start again. You can go a little bit and press up. And you want to feel your abdominal muscles lifting you. Sit back. Stretch. Bring it forward. Take your toes under. Okay, we're going to scoop our belly, and we're going to lift our hips up. You don't have to straighten your legs all the way, but you can, and bring it back down. We're going to do 2 more of these. I want to feel like I have something pulling my belly up, like a belt. And lift, and down. And just 1 more. Scoop and lift. And bring it back down. Now we're going to sit tall, nice and tall through here. We're going to do an upper back stretch. So we're going to bring our arms down, open our shoulders, keep our ribs in. Okay, I'm going to keep my pelvis underneath me. I'm not going to let it arch. Pull it under. Arc the upper back from my bra strap up. And pull up and in and lengthen. Pull up and in and lengthen. Finding the length of my upper back. I don't want to crank on my low back. Big slinky stretch. Again, 2 more. And I'm in and up from my low belly. And pull myself back up. Take a big inhale. Let's reach one side a little longer than the other. And then change. And change. And change. Arms out in front, let's turn. Reach. Together. Turn. Reach. Together. And one more. Inhale, reach. And last one. Good. Take your hands behind. Lift your whole back arch. Not holding on to our low belly anymore. We're just stretching. And if you need a towel instead, if our shoulders are tight, you would use a towel. Touch your chin down now. Rock a little left and right. Little final upper trap stretch. So hard to stretch those, so we really need to do that on purpose. And then rise up, shoulder blades back and down. And again, move the shoulder blades. One more. And voila, you did it. So how'd that feel? How'd you do? I hope that was a challenge, with a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about a little bit of a stretch?
Yeah, it felt good.
Good job. I'm so glad that you guys came, and I hope you'll keep coming. And we'll, hopefully your camera will be fixed next time. I just got your chat there. But thank you guys so much for being here, and we're going to keep on doing this. We're going to be back in-house here coming up soon. On Saturdays, we'll be doing this class and also a total body stretch class. So you can look for that if you want to come in. If you feel up to coming in live, we've got all kinds of tools and all kinds of other ways. So how'd you do? How did my Maltese, not my Maltese, did it go okay?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Is this going to be at the same time every week?
Right now, yes, through until we start live classes. Oh, actually, I think it's through the fall. So yes, it should be this time. So hopefully that will work for you, and you can keep coming back because we love to have you. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. And come back again, and you'll learn more and more. And it just keeps on, like I said, just keeps on giving. It's the workout that keeps on giving. The more you give it, the more it gives back, and it lasts the rest of your life.